I'm sure that some people are probably going to question why it is that I'm making a video of this when I already have a video of one of these on my channel. Well, I thought I'd make a little bit of a better video just because now I know how all the controls work, and this one's actually in better shape than the first one that I had. It is, of course, a Sony Dream Machine ICF-C143 FM/AM clock radio. As you can see here, it's got a backlit LCD display. Here are the controls on the top. You get band switch, tune, time set, alarm mode, 5 different presets, radio on off, which doubles as your alarm reset in your sleep mode, alarm set buttons for the 2 alarms. Unfortunately, as you can tell, this is one of those radios that's got either a radio or a buzzer. You cannot have, well, you can't choose what either of these 2 alarms wake to, so it's kind of useless as far as I'm concerned. We have the so-called dream bar, although this one doesn't call it out as such, it just calls it the snooze, as well as the sleep off. There's brightness control there, and of course a nap function. On the side, we get your volume control, DST switch, and a clock set button. And there's the sticker. That's what I paid for it. Don't really get a whole lot else. You do get an external FM antenna, which is pretty nice. The speaker is over here on the side. And on the bottom, just some information. There's your serial number. Oops, probably should show it on the camera. 5 watts, CSA certification, don't open this, and all of that. There is no backup battery with this unit. Alright, so let's go ahead and have a look at some of the controls here. You notice that DST is not on. If you go ahead and push it, you get a little sun indication, and the time, of course, changes. Let's see if we can get a little closer to that while the camera stays in focus. And I think that's about as close as I'm going to be able to get to the display. So we'll just turn that off. Clock set. Pretty straightforward. You can actually set it back. So that way when we turn the DST on, it actually looks like it's supposed to as I move the camera out of the way. Okay, hopefully you can see the display a little better now. So there's your DST functionality like I mentioned previously. You get your brightness. A couple different modes. There's 3 of them. Here's our nap control. Get 10, 20, 30, 60, 90, 120, or off. That's how many minutes. So if I go ahead and I set this for 10, this little light over here comes on to indicate that it's in nap mode. And in about 10 minutes we can come back and it should sound the alarm. The one interesting thing that I have noticed about this nap mode is that it seems to go based on the seconds as well, which is odd considering there's no way to display seconds on this particular model, at least not that I'm aware of. Because you'll note that I set it at 4:33, it's now 4:43, it should have been 10 minutes, and yet it took it that long to go off. That's what it does. So, go ahead and I don't know if the snooze will work in this mode. I haven't tried it. Just go ahead and push nap and that turns it off. Alright. So, next piece of functionality. If you want to set an alarm, you will push, well, let's say the alarm that you want. For example, the radio alarm. If you push and hold, you go into the set mode. You could set it to whatever. Push again, you go to the minutes, you can set it to whatever. Now here's where things get interesting. You cannot set the alarm to just about any frequency. At least not as far as I can tell. You can only select from the presets. Yeah, there is no way to set the actual alarm, or set the alarm on the radio for any radio station. It has to be one of the presets. Now you get 5 presets, you just saw that there, but you get 5 presets per band. So there's FM, or AM, FM1, and FM2. So effectively you get 15 presets, but you still got to choose wisely because you only get 5 per band. Alright, so think that's it for that. Setting the other alarm is exactly the same. You get your sleep timer. Which again is pretty much the same. Now the radio's on. We'll just turn that off. We'll look at the radio here in a second. What did it say you get? 90. You get 90 minutes maximum for the sleep timer. Alright. In alarm mode, this is how you select which alarm is going to go off. You get the radio, the buzzer, or both. Again, they're two separate alarms. So it's not like you've got, one alarm you can wake to either or, and then the other you can wake to either or. So technically it's not a dual alarm model, but I think they consider it a dual alarm model. I'm not really sure on that one. In my book, it's not dual alarm, though. Alright, so let's look at the radio. Turn it on. It's got a digital tuner. You push the time set, it's also the tuner.
In piano. It was a disaster. It was supposed to be a disaster. But once he started playing... It's magic. Within moments, it's apparent that he's producing something astonishing. Jump-starting creativity.
Sounds like a decent AM radio on this one. Oh, the other thing is, you can do seek tuning just by listening. Of course, there really isn't a whole lot on AM here.
Or on Twitter or Instagram, whatever.
When you wrap around to the end of the band, it beeps at you. And I believe the automatic tuning, or the seek tuning, also stops. You can verify that. Yes. Yes, it does. Mostly, anyway. Okay, so we'll switch to FM1. Which, as you can see, goes from 87.5. We'll just go to a station here. Do some seek tuning. Yeah, there's a station there, and it's not picking it up. Well, it is, but it's not doing it very well. That said, that's a station that I find radios have trouble picking up. You can, of course, do it silently.
How's your spring checklist coming? Barbecue tuned up? Bar decent.
Now has draws on yard work again?
108. 87.5 to 108. You change to FM2. I believe it's exactly the same. Never really understood what the difference between the two was. Just that I'm sure there is a difference. So we'll go to a preset. Let's say preset 1. 1710.
PVR and pay only 90.
I think somebody probably actually set these presets. If we want to set our own, we can go ahead and tune to a station. I don't know what station. Let's go for 1200 since it's actually a station here. And if we push and hold, that will set preset 1. So now, go to a random preset, go back to 1, it's 1200. And of course, it's the same deal with the FM and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and set the buzzer alarm, and we'll go ahead and set that off, and that'll be the last thing that we do in this video. I think it's a progression alarm as well. Might get louder. Well, it's already about as loud as these things usually get. It is a progression alarm, as you can tell. Yeah, the volume doesn't change. Go ahead and push snooze. You get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes of snooze time. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. If I were using this as an actual alarm, it still continues to flash when it's in snooze mode. We can just go ahead and turn it off. Just like that. Alright, speaking of turning things off, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.